beautiful blue hair. It's natural. Last week I had beautiful curly orange hair. It was natural too. Okay, I have to get a drink. No, it's Dr. Pepper. I bet you don't drink much Dr. Pepper over here. Yeah, that's horrible. Okay, so now this is a little bit scary because I used to, well, no, I always like to talk to my audiences in America, but, and I'm quite hilarious in English, but it's hard to kind of, you know, comedy is a strange thing, so you're just gonna have to hang with me until you get to the good part when I change my clothes. All right, so I'm gonna give this a try. And every word is true. Every single word is true. I made it up myself. All right, so it's about the 2 days it took me to turn 40. So it was May 19th, and I was in New York with my best friend Polly, and we were at my favorite club, Heartbreak, and we were sitting on these red leather banquettes, and they're kind of red and they're puffy, and there's a table there, and then they have a big back thing on them. So instead of sitting on the seats, we were sitting on the big back thing, kind of perched on the big back thing. And my dress was up to here, and my shirt was down to there, and all I kept thinking was, oh my God, I'm 40 and I'm still so hot. I was kind of a superficial 40. And well, I was about to make a Moonstruck with Nicky Cage. And, yes. And he was 21, and I looked younger. So I'm just saying. Anyway, so Polly and I are having a great time and just looking around and having a fabulous time, just happy being 40 and still hot. And then I turn around and I think, whoa, my God. That's the cutest guy I've ever seen. So all night long, he and I were trying to play like that kind of thing. It didn't work out. So I got bored and I went home. And I was staying at my friend's beautiful hotel, and my lovely friend, he had just gotten out of jail is the short one and prison is the long one. He'd just gotten out of prison. So, for tax evasion, like you do. And he was letting me stay at his beautiful hotel, and that was fabulous. And he also owned Studio 54, but he was a great guy. So I went to sleep dreaming fabulous dreams of being 40. And then in the morning, there was a telephone call, and the man said hello, and I said hello, and he said, oh, hello, Cher, this is George Miller. And George Miller is the man that directed Witches of Eastwick. So, no, you may not applaud and you'll understand why. So I said, oh, hi, George, how are you? And he said, well, I'm just calling to tell you that I don't want you in my movie, and I don't think you're sexy, and Jack and I, Nicholson, think you're too old. Good morning, 40. So it was terrible because I really wanted this movie so badly. It was the start, really, of my new career. And so tears just started streaming down my cheeks, and I didn't want him to know it. So I was like biting my inside of my cheek, and these tears just kept coming. And usually in Hollywood, if someone calls to insult you, they just do it quickly and then they hang up. But he's from Australia, so I don't know. Anyway, he kept going on and on and on. He just like, I don't like the way you walk, I hate the way you laugh, I don't like the way you talk. And it was like, okay, look, girl. Okay? I don't need to hear you that say this because I've been nominated for Silkwood, and I won Best Cannes Film Festival Actress for Mask, and so, you didn't find me under a rock. So I just said click and hung up. Anyway, the tears were still rolling down my cheeks, and I was heartbroken, and I was sobbing, and then all of a sudden I thought, my God, these are fabulous tears. These are like beautiful tears that just come down your face. You don't have to go, you don't have to do anything. You just kind of let them roll. And then if you kind of look like that, When you look down, you look like a Madonna. And not the blonde one. So at that moment, my kids came in with a big cake and 2 bellboys, and I'm just, and my kids looked at me and they went, "Mom, why are you crying? Mom, why are you crying? It's your birthday, Mom, why are you crying?" And so I said, "Well, because sometimes when you're a lady and you're a little older, but not very old, just a little older, and you're very, very happy, you could cry from being happy." And they went, "Oh, okay." And I said, "All right, and you guys go away and we'll have the cake later." All right, so, I forgot to tell you something. This is gonna sound weird till the end, and it might sound weird then too. So anyway, I forgot. So I was staying at my friend's hotel, and I owed him $28,000, and I didn't have it. Okay. All right, now I forgot something else. Oh, all right. Now this is gonna seem really crazy, but I'm gonna knit this thing up at the end. You're gonna love it. Or at least not hate it. Okay, so, you have a famous woman here that has a show. I can't remember her name. Someone told it to me before, but I was busy doing stuff. But she's very famous. Anyway, so, Eva? Yes, Eva Yunick?
Yes!
Oh my God, I just mangled her. Sorry, Eva. So in America, we have a personality like Eva, runs this nightly TV show, and he's funny and all that. And so since the beginning of his show, he had always wanted me to be on it, but I never wanted to. Okay, now I'm really ready. Okay, so 3 days before my birthday, the David Letterman show producer called me and he said, "How would you like to spend your birthday with Dave?" And I said, "I would love to for $28,000. Yes. And he said, "Well, we don't do that." And I said, "Well, then neither do I." So about 20 minutes later, he called and said, "Okay, we'll do it." And I'm thinking, cha-ching. So, but while we were on the telephone, he said to me, "Tell me, Cher, just between the two of us, why haven't you ever wanted to be on our show? It's very popular." And I said, "Well, because Dave is very smart and he's really funny, but if he gets someone on his show, a guest, and he doesn't think that they're up to par, he can be kind of an asshole." And so the producer agreed with me, and we hung up. So the night of my birthday, I went to Dave's show, and we were like, he was sitting here and I was sitting here, we were facing each other. So he was being funny and I was being funny, and he was being funny and I was being funnier. And then he said, "Cher, so tell me, Cher, why haven't you ever wanted to do my show?" And my head exploded. Because in those days you couldn't say bad words, like asshole. Anyway, but you couldn't say them at all. So I'm trying to figure out in my brain, how can I do this? Because if I lie, he'll know I'm lying, and then the whole interview will be over for me. And what will I do? And I can't see this, and how will I fix this? And then as I'm saying all these things, out of my mouth comes, "Because I thought you were an asshole." Yeah. And he said he was traumatized for 5 years. And I